Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for the perfect guidance, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that is here for each of us right now. If we could feel Archangel Michael taking your hand, and that perhaps having a really pleasant charge to it, and if we could let anything like stress, problems, fear, agitation, dread come out of you into him, let's let him place into you um, flow, happiness, vastness, bigness, joy and peace and soothing energy. So if we could just notice like currents flowing, if we could notice a transference of anything that's not serving you going to him, which is his job, he's an archangel, he's going to be okay, and him helping you. So if we could just breathe in to that flow, what's not serving you flowing out of you, what is serving you flowing to you. And thank you as well, the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this wonderful opportunity, for clarity, for peace, for great love, and for great joy. We celebrate all the goodness that is here right now. We celebrate all the peace that is here right now. We celebrate the joy that is here right now. And we welcome a wonderful experience of peace, harmony, a reverie of joy, and wonderful possibility. We acknowledge all that isn't serving us right now. We very simply, with that acknowledgement, we hand it over to our friend Archangel Michael. So we'll just breathe in. So if we could feel Archangel Michael perhaps being pretty tall, like 10 feet tall, and him just taking all this from you and welcoming, like, oh, give me more. Give me that stress off your shoulders. Give me that pain in your knee. Give me that fear of making that phone call, or the fear of what happened today or might happen tomorrow. Let's just breathe in and just let him take all of that. And if we could just breathe into feeling light and perhaps even feather light, if we could just feel the breeze of Archangel Michael's love, the breeze of positivity, the breeze of working with the angels lift you up, create a wonderful experience of elevation, creating a wonderful experience of flow, including deep flow, deep love, deep care. So we'll just breathe in and we'll notice all of that. And we'll cherish and celebrate all of that. So we'll just breathe in. And if we could notice um, Archangel Michael and also Mother Mary, these nurturing figures that work together often, if we could very simply notice the two of them working together and them seeing you like you were a ball or a balloon. This is not diminishing to you, but if we could just feel that that's their view of you, if we could just notice them in the most gentle way, them squeezing that ball or balloon to create more peace, alleviating pressure, letting there be a perfect distribution or redistribution of flow, of peace, of harmony. And Michael and Mary treating you as this ball or balloon with tremendous care, with tremendous goodness, and with tremendous love. So we'll just breathe into all that. And we'll notice all of that. And if let's very simply feel the energy of being cherished by Michael and Mary. And Mother Mary is bringing up the theme that we have here of trust and hope. And if we could notice with relaxation, but also with tremendous care, with fervent care, that she tremendously trusts you and she tremendously has hope for you, and that she generously also shares her hope with you. Like the line from Julius Caesar, lend me your ears. Let's let her lend you her heart. And we'll just breathe into that. So let's notice Mother Mary, what that feels like to you, of Mother Mary lending you her heart. And perhaps what that might feel like is where our hearts and psyches and nervous systems might feel or are overwhelmed. Let's very simply feel like a breath of fresh air. There being a reinforcement, there being more space, more distribution, more love, more care, more room, more bandwidth. So we'll just breathe into all that, and we'll allow there to be a wonderful experience of spaciousness. And if we could notice this lovely goddess that is Mother Mary holding out her hand with her palm up, and just her lifting off of your shoulders, off of the top of your head, off of your heart, anything that is extra weight, anything that doesn't serve you. We'll just notice her doing that for you, and especially releasing any tension from your spine, releasing any seeming distraction or blocks from your nervous system, letting everything be on track, letting nothing be derailed, including goodness. So we'll just breathe in, we'll let her do all that, and we'll let him, Archangel Michael, continue to be very tall and continue to help you in all ways right now. Wonderful. If we could breathe in, and if we could notice, this exact wording came up recently, perhaps in this series, which is the quality of silence, so the quality of the quiet. So if we could notice Mother Mary creating quiet, and she's doing that in waves. Let's notice there being a lovely quiet in your nervous system. So it's not telling parts of us to shut up, but just inviting a peaceful quiet. And if we could just also notice a quiet, a calm quiet, peaceful quiet in your fears. So perhaps in the immediacy of this moment, our fears might not be so loud. And let's just notice there being a wonderful quiet and also immediate help to any experience we have of feeling helpless or hopeless or hindered, all those H words. We'll very simply just welcome hope and help and healing. And this may not be true for everyone, but it might. If we could very simply just notice the parts of you that are angry, pissed off, frustrated, what the bleep, if we could just breathe in and let those parts be honored, and also invite in this moment for those parts to be peacefully quiet. So if we could notice, this is Archangel Michael, if we could just lovingly notice that many different aspects of us have been identified and have been invited to participate in a different way, perhaps with some quiet. And if we could just notice all other aspects of us, adolescent selves, child selves, our conscious adult selves, let's very simply notice that same invitation being present. And the invitation to be inventive. And we'll notice Archangel Michael and Mother Mary taking care of that. And let's just very simply just notice this invitation for ourselves and from ourselves for innovation. So we'll just breathe in. Perhaps we don't need to know what that means or what that might be. So if we could just very simply just breathe in and invite those energies, invite those qualities. And we'll invite Michael and Mary to participate with their ingenuity and inventiveness. We'll welcome the highest good into this moment. And if we could breathe in, and this coming from Mary and Michael, if we could just notice what it's like to not be distracted in this moment. So if that means we take in a breath and we reaffirm our focus on this moment of you receiving care and the invitation being present for you, Mary and Michael, to be inventive. And we'll just breathe in, we'll just notice what comes. And if we could feel, we're used to gravity, obviously, connecting us to the earth. Let's notice a gravity that lifts things up, an energetic gravity that lifts your energy field up and expands it, that lifts any energy that may not be wanted, including dread and fear. Let's just let those energies with this reverse or energetic gravity lift off of you. Let's let those shifts create a wonderful balance. Let's let the fear lift. Let's let any negative self-talk lift. Let's let the sense of there being a muddle of anything, let's let that lift. And coming back to balance, let's let anything that is throwing us off balance or has thrown us off balance or might throw us off balance, let's let those things lift. So we'll just breathe into all that. Wonderful. And let's let that energetic gravity continue to work. Let's let Archangel Michael continue to be big and to remove all problems and to provide a wonderful flow of solutions to you, including hope being a solution always. We'll notice Mother Mary providing a wonderful infusion of peace and a wonderful lifting of anything that doesn't serve you. And we'll notice Archangel Ariel, perhaps a few feet in front of you. We'll just notice Ariel, if we could just feel her wonderful, vivacious presence and her grounded gaze and her radiant energy. If we could just notice Ariel here to provide, in the most positive, angelic way, a pep talk. And we'll just breathe in, and perhaps we could very simply hear Ariel out. So we'll just breathe in, and whether we see this, feel it, hear it, know it, smell it, taste it, it's very simply just notice what Archangel Ariel communicates to you one-on-one in this moment. We'll just breathe in. Wonderful. And if we could notice Archangel Ariel perhaps moving away from words or feelings and moving into touch. And if we could notice Archangel Ariel with her hands and perhaps her arms in a hug or embrace, if we could notice her giving your energy field and your physical body a pep hug. Not a pep talk, but a pep hug. Wonderful. And if we could notice in the same energy as Mother Mary invited us to be quiet with earlier, if we could notice with Ariel's hug, her quieting any parts of you that are crying out for attention or help. Let's just notice Ariel providing help along with Mary and Michael. So we'll just breathe in. And if we could notice another goddess, the goddess Coventina, coming forward, and she works with detoxification. And if we could notice her perhaps standing in arm's reach of you and touching perhaps a shoulder, perhaps a neck, we'll just notice her in a similar way to Michael, just taking away anything that's not serving you. Wonderful. So we'll notice Ariel embracing you, the quiet Michael and Coventina detoxifying. And with all that happening, if we could feel Mother Mary within your heart and communicating to you through your own heart, if we could just breathe in to a wondrous experience of deep love, great warmth, and tender care. So we'll just breathe in to this moment of connection with Mother Mary. And we'll just breathe into the incredible calm that is created. And we'll notice, like we could see designs in icicles or snowflakes, if we could just notice that in that incredible calm is the imprint of trust and hope. And in this moment of receptivity, if we could allow it to be acknowledged by Michael, Mary, Ariel, Coventina, if we could just wonderfully notice what it's like to be aware of anything that didn't go how you want it to do or isn't going how you want it to, and if we could acknowledge that experience, and if we could very simply let that experience be acknowledged by Ariel, Michael, Mary, Coventina, and acknowledged by yourself. And let's just very simply, in an act of hope and trust, if we could just breathe in, let's just let ourselves open up 1% more, 2% more, and allow what we would like most to happen. Our highest good, our sense of peace, all of our needs being met and exceeded, peace of mind, great communication, great resolution, great health and hope, wonderful peace, and great joy. The highest good. We'll just breathe in, we'll just welcome all that. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe in, and we'll just breathe in. And with great goodness, a sense of understanding impeccable joy and great love. We'll just breathe in. And if we could very simply feel, perhaps physically, Ariel's embrace, Mother Mary's embrace, Coventina's touch, Michael's flow, and Michael's presence. If we could just breathe in and feel all of that. And like a choice, let's make the choice to let all of that matter. Let's let all of that help. And let's release, consciously and otherwise. Let's consciously release the idea or experience of isolation. Let's just breathe into the world becoming bigger and being bigger right now with the presence of these angels and guides who are here to help. So we're doing the opposite of discounting our experience. We're acknowledging our experience. And we're noticing all the good that is here. We're noticing all the peace that is here. So we'll just breathe into all that. And with tremendous love, with tremendous peace, with tremendous care, and tremendous hope, we'll just breathe in and we'll say to all these different guides, thank you. We thank Mary and Michael and Ariel and Coventina. We thank the energetic gravity lifting things off of us. We thank Mother Earth for helping us to ground and helping us to be. And we allow trust and hope to be very simply part of our experience right now. And let trust and hope participate in all of our choices and decisions and evolutions and relationships. All that we witness personally, all that we witness globally, all that we manifest positively in our personal lives, all that we witness manifesting globally that is positive, including humanity coming into a space of oneness that includes all other beings, all plants, all animals, all whales, all birds. The dissolving of greed, the dissolving of violence, the embrace of humor, generosity, clarity, peace, and connection, that we all want peace and love. And it's safe for us to thrive right now and to feel good right now and to be present right now. With wonderful joy, a great sense of good, incredible loveliness, and joy, we celebrate this moment. And with that love, happiness, and peace being present, we say once again to the angels and guides, thank you. And thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, archangels and ascended masters, for all this goodness, all this grace, all this peace, all this love, and all this joy being here right now. We celebrate this moment of clarity. We celebrate all this goodness and all this peace. We're so grateful for this moment. We're grateful for all the good that is here. We're grateful to feel good. And with love, harmony, peace, joy, and happiness, we lovingly ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is.